Good evening, everyone. I'm your class president, Anaya Scruggs. First of all, you all look amazing tonight, and I'm so glad you could all be here with us. 4 years, 45 months, 1,374 long days, from our beginning to the almost end. We've learned to push through every hardship and struggle because, let's be honest, high school was not an easy journey. We gained and lost, but at least we never quit. We've learned a lot over these years, like how to bring up grades with 2 days left in the quarter, how to avoid missing work until the last possible minute, and of course, how to use every math solving app in the world. But we've also learned some pretty important life lessons: resilience, the beauty of change, and the power of a good relationship. I'm so proud of each and every one of us, especially those who thought this was something they never accomplished. We're almost to the finish line. There are a few thank yous we need to extend as a class to our administration, teachers, staff, and most importantly, our families. Thank you for all your support and belief in us. There are an infinite amount of opportunities in life, and ours have just begun. We've supported each other, laughed together, and overall grown together. We've been through a lot, both as individuals and as a class, and it's made us who we are today. But the journey is not done. We still have 35 days left. So take advantage of every opportunity, participate in every event, and just soak up the time we have left together, because once it's gone, you can't get it back. So, as we step into the future, let's remember that we're not just classmates, we're a family. We may not always be in the same place, but we'll always have these memories. So here's to us, the class of 2025. Now I would like to introduce our guest speaker. Royce Kennebrew was born in Detroit, Michigan. He earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Iowa in 1998 and a graduate's degree from Marygrove College in 2008. His career experience includes working as an educational consultant. Kennebrew has been affiliated with the National Alliance of Black School Educators and Blacks in Government. He is an author, educator, and diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility trainer, bringing equity to schools and other organizations using social and emotional learning with trauma-informed practices. Please welcome Mr. Kennebrew to the stage.
There I was, sitting at my kitchen table on the east side on Rome Street. I had just completed my first year at the University of Iowa. I was back at that table opening a letter that I had gotten from the university. That letter said, "You have been academically dismissed for the next school year," meaning that I had just flunked out of college. I never told my mama. I never told my grandmother. What I did was wrote a letter, not an email, not a text, didn't have that back then. But I wrote this letter that would end up letting me have one more semester at the University of Iowa. Now let me say this, because I only have about 10 minutes. I want to talk about choices right now. The reason why I was opening up that letter is because of what I did, or because of what I didn't do. It wasn't my mama's fault. It wasn't my grandmama's fault. It wasn't my cousin's fault. It wasn't Ray Ray's fault. It was my fault. Because the first semester, instead of going to class, I used to go other places where they served adult beverages. And that caused me to earn a 1.4 average my first report card marking at the University of Iowa. My second report card at the University of Iowa, I earned a 1.6 average. At the end, I had a 1.5, and that was not high enough, so they were sending a letter to let me know, don't come back here for another year. You got some stuff to think about. So Denby class of 2025, I have to say something here to you right now, and this big C word is choices. What choices are you going to make with the opportunity that you have been given? I couldn't blame anybody but myself for the issues and the problems that I caused myself at the University of Iowa. I wrote that letter. They let me back in. I still didn't learn my lesson. I got a 1.7 and they kicked me out again. You don't know nobody that done got kicked out of college 2 times. But you're looking at them right now. And I'm going to explain to you at the end why that's so important. The next thing I want to talk to you about, Denby class of 2025, is about goal setting. I am a track coach here in the district for a school downtown. I'm not going to say what it is, but if you've ever heard number 1, second to none, you know what it is. And we just had a national indoor track meet in Boston, Massachusetts, where some kids from the city of Detroit went, participated, and did very well. But I want you to imagine this. We went to Boston. Imagine if a parent had asked me, so what flight are you guys going on? And I said, I don't know. They said, what time are you guys leaving? I don't know. When are you coming back? I don't know. That parent would have looked at me like I was crazy. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, class of 2025, is goal setting. Why is goal setting so important? Because how can you hit a mark that you haven't set? How can you get to a direction and you don't know where it is? How can you change your behavior to achieve a goal if you haven't even set the goal? Denby class of 2025, set you a goal. We know what's going to happen in 35 days. Now set the next goal, then the next goal, and put together steps all about that goal. Now, this is the last thing, because I'm not going to keep you long, but I do want to keep you. The last thing that I want to talk to you about is adversity. Somebody say adversity. I heard a preacher say, either you going in a storm, you in a storm, or you coming out of a storm. Put your hands together if you ever heard that or know what I'm talking about. Now, in my biography that was just read, it said that I was a diversity, equity, and inclusion and accessibility trainer for the federal government. Y'all know what's going on. And guess what they told me? Sir, we will no longer need your services. That just happened to me. We will no longer need your services, sir. I have spoken for NASA, Department of Education, ATF, DEA, Department of the Army, Department of the Navy. I have spoken literally all over the world for the federal government, and that book of my business is now gone. But I'm here to tell you one thing. You're going to have some adversity too. And you may have seen some already. But the thing that I have to say to you is that a setback is a setup for a comeback. Can you agree with me right now? The one thing about life is change, and change is going to happen. So I'm going to go to my seat. But I was so excited that we have music here. I wanted to leave you with a little song. Just a little song. I don't know if you've heard this before, but it goes like this. I was born by the river in a little tent, And just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, and I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there in the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Congratulations, parents, faculty, students of Denby class of 2025. Your change has come, and I know that you are going to do something positive with it. God keep you, and God bless you. Bless you, man.